Hi, this is your Highway Diva Lisa. How you doing today? An FFE driver / Kllm, our sister company. I wanted to talk to you today about keeping yourself clean. That's the first topic. Well, out on this road is difficult for the women to take care of and maintain themselves, but it's something that needs to be done. Has to be done. What I do is I take a bird bath every single day. I take showers every 36 to 48 hours, but I want to talk about the bird baths. When I wake up in the morning, I get a fresh cup or a fresh bowl or something, and I just put some water in it from the bottled water, and I wet my washcloth and I wring it out, and I use my Dove body wash, and I take my little bird bath, and you know the hot spots. You know where the hot spots are, and I take care of those best. And then my feet and every place else, Then the night before, I put on a moisturizer so that my skin will stay moisturized, because in these trucks we blow a lot of air. We blow air for the air conditioner, we blow air for the heat. So something is continuously blowing on us, and that creates dry skin. And ladies, in the summertime, if you wear a lot of sandals, your feet are going to be drier. I get my feet done on a consistent basis, whether it's in the summer or the winter time. So those are some things that we need to do to maintain ourselves, but keeping ourselves clean is very, very important. We can walk through the truck stop and smell some, I don't want to call it fragrant, but some drivers that we can smell that they were standing right here a few minutes ago, but I don't know where they went now. You smell them. Women, we don't want to do that. We want to be clean. I hope you do. I don't know who doesn't want to be clean. I've had some students that I've had to make take a shower. I've had students who insisted on taking a shower daily, sometimes twice a day, and out here that's kind of hard, but that's your choice. You do it. You can take a shower on your 30-minute break, and if we shut down for that, you can go in there and take another one. Now, if you're too tired to go take the shower on your 30-minute break, and or if we shut down and we're rolling and you want to do it, no, you have to wait. You do have to wait. Do it on your 30 minutes or do it when we shut down. Other than if it needs to be more than what I'm offering, which is the 36 to 48 hours. And at that time I give you an hour and a half, because we have to wash our hair. And when we come out of the shower, sometimes we want to put a little makeup on. We want to do a little extra because we know that we're really, really clean. So but otherwise, if it's your 30-minute break, you need to take 30 minutes on your 30-minute break and go ahead and take care of that. Now, I don't mind if you take a little bit more time because you got to get something to eat and all that other stuff. But as far as an hour and a half, not on your 30-minute break. And we also want to, if you're one of these people who use the bathroom on the truck, don't always use the same cup or whatever it is. Get a new one every day. Get a new cup every day, or whatever it is you're using needs to be thrown away there daily. I've heard people sit here and say, oh yes, I use a cup, and I keep cups because situations come up where the highway is closed, and what am I gonna do? So I keep a lot of cups on my truck because I've been in those situations. It's not just the highway, it's, a blizzard is coming and we can't move right now. There are situations that call for using cups. but you're not going to sit here and use the same cup on a regular basis, because I clean my floor and walls and controls and everything with bleach. I don't even, if I have to use a cup, guess what? I'm not spraying bleach in there and using the same cup. I think that's, I don't know, you know, to each his own. If that's what you do, then that's what you do. Next, I want to talk about keeping your truck clean, because we walk across these parking lots. The men and women get out and use the bathroom in the parking lot, and then we get in our trucks. Now, I have a clean zone. My whole truck is clean anyways, but I have a clean zone, which is from the middle of the front seats all the way back. I don't want nobody's feet touching anything in between there. Now, I've had a student, or more than one student, that consistently or continuously stepped in the back, and they thought kicking the rug over was good enough. It wasn't good enough. I would, if I saw it, I would clean the floor. If I thought you did it, I would clean the floor still in that same area. I would move the rug and clean all the way up to the front, because I walk around this truck barefooted, and I don't put my feet in front of the seat unless I have shoes on. But I sit in the front seat, turned to the side with my feet in my clean zone. But everybody's truck is different. I'm a trainer, so I'm consistently having different people doing different things. I've seen it all, or a lot of it, I must say. But if my rugs get dirty, they'll see me throw it away, and they'll be like, well, that was a good rug. No, you messed it up stepping on it, and kept stepping on it, and now I can't step on it. So anyways, also I wanted to talk to you about an important topic today, and that is recovering your money. If you have I'm only bringing this up because one popped up on my settlement this past week, and it was only for $48.02, but it was from an old invoice or old manifest, trip, low number, whatever you want to call it, that was more than a month old, and it popped up on my settlement. And why it did that is because they're saying that I didn't do my macros for it. It was a fuel reimbursement. It was the lease operator reefer fuel reimbursement. They said I didn't do my macros for it, and I didn't scan it in. So I went and scanned it, and I did my fuel reimbursement macro just the other day. But that's a failsafe to me, letting me know that I missed something. I don't take it bad. I don't take it as a bad thing. I take it as I missed something, and they're giving me the opportunity to get my money back. And so I take the opportunity to comply with what they're saying, and I go ahead and do it. That way my money can be returned to me on my check, versus them taking it and going about their business because I put some reefer fuel in their reefer and they're happy. So you would want to go over your settlements on a regular basis. You want to see what's being deducted, because something might be taken out by accident and you can have the right to call and talk about it, or something may be put back on there and you don't know what's going on. You want to ask questions, or they didn't pay you correctly for something like a load. Maybe your load was going 2,000 miles and you only got paid 1,800 miles, and you're trying to figure out why, or they didn't pay you for your fuel surcharge, whatever the case is. But you want to make sure that you're going over your settlements. If you're a lease operator, company drivers, you still want to go over your paychecks. You want to make sure that all your loads are on there. You want to make sure that nothing is being charged to you, and that you're receiving the most you can get. So also, I want to say that I like driving for FFE. I really like it. The people are awesome. They do a really good job. They communicate with me well. I can't say that I communicate as well as I should. Sometimes I get in that zone and I'm like, I don't even want to answer the phone today. But that's how they communicate, and so I answer the phones. But I just want to say that I love FFE. I love what I do. I love line haul. I think I would be traumatized if I was to stay on regional runs where I have to communicate with customers on a regular basis. But I love the line haul division, and I think we're awesome. And the other day I called to see how close I was to the 1,000,000 miles mark. They used to have a wall at FFE with pictures of all the drivers that made it to 1,000,000 miles without any accidents, accident free. I think that's something that they need to bring back or revise or whatever the case may be. But when I first started with FFE, I thought I was going to be on that wall. But since Kllm came in and redid the driver's lounge in Lancaster, we no longer have the 1,000,000-mile safe driver wall anymore. Pictures of them on there. I thought I was going to have my picture up there, but I don't. But I won't get the opportunity. So I hope they come up with something else that we can take part in after we reach the 1,000,000-mile goal, because I know I'm not too far away. I might be 0.5 right now. I don't know. It's still an accomplishment because there's so many drivers that don't make it to that point, or they do make it on the second time around. I like being a safe driver. I like giving my little wisdom to other drivers. I like it when other drivers come up and ask me questions about this or about that. I had a driver approach me the other day asking me, do I know how to slide the tandems, and do I know how many holes needs to be how many holes it needs to be moved. And I gave him the formula. I wrote it down, and we went through the process on moving his trailer tandems, and it worked, and he was almost dancing. So I told him to look me up on YouTube. I'm out here, and maybe that'll be my next video. Have a good one. See you later.